Hey guys, what I thought I would do today is to go over some of the most common questions I get that'll help answer a lot of the private messages and emails that I get, so that I'm not just repeating myself basically. Uh, I'm assuming if I'm getting them a lot, then there's probably others out there that are getting the same questions but haven't taken the time to PM me. So hopefully this will answer some of your questions as well. Um, One direct question is the sizing. Now, I don't have it in the Mylar bags, which is even smaller, maybe like 80% smaller than the actual pantry can, what they call here. And then they call this the number 10 can. So when you're ordering, that's the size difference there. And to give you an idea, a number 10 can is basically a gallon size can, about the large coffee can, roughly. And a pantry can is very similar to, this is a larger Hunt's tomato sauce. Here's a standard soup size can. You can see it's smaller than the pantry can. So that gives you hopefully a little bit of a size to go off of. But we'll just kind of start at the top. And one of the biggest questions I get is I'm still getting some about the deal. The deal that I had on special video, you saw that I took the video down. The deal is gone. That package is still available, but it's back up to its $13.99 price. So the package is still available if that's something you want. Just the price point that it was at is over. I do want to apologize. There were a few of you that had some shipping delays with that. And I think in my very first video I mentioned I hadn't heard of anyone having any issues, and that was also before Japan's earthquake, and I know some of that put some of these companies into a little bit of delay. Now, I actually got an email where they said the normal 5 to 7 business day shipping is going to be pushed back to, I think, like a 2-week window, mostly because the earthquake, and some of that's catching up already. But I even had my regular monthly queue order, and I called the lady, talked to her, and said, so is this going to be 2 weeks? And she looked through the items, and she said, no, everything you've got on your list is available, so it'll be the normal 5 to 7. So it really depended on what you ordered, depending on what that is, and hopefully they'll be getting caught up with that. But to be completely honest, some people did have shipping order delays, and depending on what product you order right now, will depend on your shipping delivery date. So I want to be honest about that. So when I talk about getting registered or sending me your email so you can sign up, you can register yourself. You go to the oregonpantry.shelfreliance.com/home, and up in the corner is a login. If you're new, you can log in yourself. If it's something you don't want to do, send me an email, not through YouTube, but send me an email at oregonpantry@gmail.com. Just give me your first, last name, and obviously the email you send it from will be your login. Now, what does that mean? Why do you want me to register? What does it mean to be registered? That's literally all it is you use your email as your login. They will generate a password for you. If you forget or lose that email, because I did have some people tell me that emails went to their spam folder, which got erased, it's not a big deal. If you know that I've signed you up, go to where it says login and put in your email address that you sent me from, and say forgot password, and they will send you or either your password, or I think they might even generate you a new one. So it's not a big deal if you are missing that email. I had several requests saying, hey, I think I might have deleted the email with the password. So that's really not a big deal. What does it mean to be registered? Nothing really. Although I did have a lot of people, which we'll get into another question later, but just wanted to order a couple items to try. And if you're not logged in or registered, basically, if you don't have a login password and screen name, then a lot of not only prices will be different, but we also notice, which I didn't realize at first, these pantry cans and Mylars don't show up if you're not logged in. If you just go straight to the website and start ordering, you'll only see these larger cans. So if you then put in your email address and your password to log in, then all the other pantry cans and the Mylar cans will show up. And that'll come into play a little bit later for another question. But that's kind of the main thing. There isn't anything special. You're not signing up for anything just by giving me your email. Now, where I want you to be careful is a couple people did sign up for the queue when they thought they were just registering. The queue is the monthly shipping thing. The queue is when you say, I want to take $50 a month, and for $50, I want you to send me a little bit of that big list, remember, that we generated. So when you start the queue, it says how many family members, how many calories do you want per family member, and how many months of food do you want to store. And it makes that huge grocery list of all the things. You're going to need 7 peas and 8 corn and all this stuff. Well, instead of spending the $8,000 for that 1 year supply for your family of 5, what the queue does is for $50 a month or $70 or $50, whatever you decide, it spits out a little bit at a time to you. Now, they have changed that a little bit. For the first 3 months, you're basically locked in. So if you start at $50 and you want to add some stuff, you can't adjust it for the first 3 months. And that was something they switched right when I did the last video. The first 2 queues that I did, I was able to switch everything. And by my 3rd queue, I wasn't able to. And when I talked to her, that's basically how it got explained. So you're locked in for the first 3 months. After that, you can change it. You can go up to $100 a month. You can add in stuff that you want. It's more flexible. But the first 3 months, you are locked in. They won't let you change that. That is something new I want to let you know. What else do we got on here? About the queue. We just discussed sort of what is the queue, but a lot of people, you can either have me over the phone, send me your number, or set up a good time to talk to, and we can set up the queue for you. And a couple of you did that. You can do it yourself, but I had several people thought that they were signed up with the queue and either didn't complete all the questionnaire on there, so they thought they were on the queue, but when I went into their queue to look, it wasn't set up. Now the sort of default price is $200 a month on the queue, and if you don't give them your billing and address and your credit card information, it won't complete the queue. You can't sign up on the queue and not give them your address to send it to you. So a lot of people didn't fill out the queue completely, thought that they were on there, didn't hear anything from the company, and so that was kind of the reason. So if it's something that you're not comfortable doing on yourself, let me know when a good time is. Leave me your number. We'll get on the phone and we'll set it up, and many of you guys did that. It's quite easy. It's easy to talk to over the phone, and I've had a lot of really good conversations with a lot of you guys over there that I probably wouldn't have had if I wasn't doing this Thrive thing. So it was really nice to get to meet all of you sort of over the phone, and some of you were in person. Excuse me, but a lot of them were over the phone or just during the web. So that was kind of a neat thing for me, was just kind of getting to know some of you guys a little bit better. We discussed that. The calories. Oh, the other thing I think I mentioned on the queue was if something goes on sale, like right now it's, I think, strawberries for this month, you'll always automatically get the sale price for your queue. So if corn goes on sale for the month of June coming up, and you've got corn coming up, you'll automatically get that lowest price, if that makes sense. So I had a lot of people sign up on the queue. As you found out talking to me, there's a lot of you that found out that I'm not the best salesman. I talked a lot of you out of either buying the kit that it was on the deal, or getting you a different kit, or just having you sign up on the queue. I was really more, I guess, wanting to get the kit that you guys wanted, just because that deal was such a good deal. It didn't mean that that was what you guys needed. So after, there were several of you that you talked to me on the phone, and basically I kind of pointed you in a different direction, because after you explained what you were looking for, then you realized that that deal, even though it was a good deal, probably wasn't for what you're looking for. So a few of you found out that I'm not the best salesman. One of the biggest questions I get is, how do I order samples? Is there a kit that's a sample kit that I can order? And there's sort of a yes and no answer to that. They don't really have sample kits per se. If you remember my very first video where I got the 6 number 10 cans, you can still get that. And a lot of you through the Costco, it's called their 6-pack, Their Costco price, I got it for 84 bucks, I think. My price on that 6-pack kit that you guys saw was 74. So I'm still a little bit cheaper. You won't see it on the website, so let me know if that's something. The stuff through Costco, a lot of times they don't put on their Shelf Reliance website. But if you see something on Costco, let me know, because our price is going to be cheaper anyway, because there's no middleman. Costco is the middleman if you're buying from Costco. Same also, there is the Mylar bags. They have what they call a fruit and veggie sampler. And so there's a bunch of vegetables and a bunch of fruit that's all in the Mylar bags. My price on that is 67 bucks. And I think that was, the Costco price was more. I don't remember what it was offhand. So those are two good ways to get sort of the sample item products. The best way to do it, that a lot of you guys did, and basically talked a lot of you into that, instead of buying a pre-made kit, was do the registering thing, so that way the pantry cans and the Mylar show up. You go on the left hand side of the screen and it says, I think, quick pick or top pick. That gives you a list by category: grains, dairy, fruit, everything, all listed out, all the prices right next to each other of the Mylar compared to the number 10 can compared to the price of a pantry can of the same item. And you just go through and you pick a couple, and it literally takes about 5 minutes and you get them in. I want to thank Oregon Mike. He did a video. He got in some sample stuff from me. Basically, he picked the stuff he liked. Instead of getting stuck with things that you wouldn't want to eat anyway in sort of an all-inclusive sample pack, just go in. If you know your family likes corn or potatoes and things you use on a normal basis, buy a little can or a little Mylar of those products. Get them in. It's like $40. It's cheaper than any of the other ways to do it, depending on how much you buy. I think he bought like some eggs and a few things, the peppers. And then try it, see if you like it. You don't want to buy a whole bunch of stuff. And for that, there's a lot of you that have been giving me good feedback on it, and I want to know, honestly, if you like it, if you don't, if you found something cheaper that tastes the same. Let me know. I mean I'm selling this stuff, but I'm selling it because this is the best I've found for me, for flavor, for taste, for price. So if you guys have something else out there, let us all know. And that's what it's all about. I'm not trying to cram this stuff down your throat. But today's video is just sort of answering a lot of the questions that I get. And so if I get a very similar question, I'll probably direct you to this video. And again, you can always email me. Let's see. That was part of the making sure you get registered so that you can order pantry cans and the Mylars. That way you can set up your own sample pack, which I still think is kind of the best way to do it. And then there is the consultant packages. And I guess I'll just go into that now. Some of you guys have asked me sort of how you get involved in selling these. And I'll tell you, basically they call it being a consultant. You sell factory direct through Thrive. And what most people do is they have a bunch of friends and family, and they get together and they have what they call parties. Well, you're allowed as a consultant to order things at a cheaper price for these parties. And if your best friend, Teresa, has a party and she invites 10 friends and they order a bunch of stuff, she's going to get a discount being the host of the party. Not because you were the consultant, but because she hosted the party. And it's sort of like the Tupperware parties where everyone gets together, but you have a bunch of recipes that you cook with the stuff. You get to try it. When you buy the consultant package, there's three main packages. There's one package at $199 that gets you a bunch of the little stuff that you see here. The next package is $279, and that has a lot of stuff. That's the package I ordered. The package after that, it has all the same food, but you get one of their Shelf Reliance shelves systems with it, which is really nice for doing expos and things like that. What else we got in here? If you want, I don't know if I'll just put a link, or maybe you should email me if you're interested. If you're interested in the consultant thing, what I think I'll do is just email me at oregonpantry at Gmail, and I'll send you a PDF with the listing. Now, with the prices for $199 and $279 for the two packages for consulting, you're going to see, well, you know what, I'll try and put a link down below if it'll let me, just so you guys can download the PDF and look at it. But it has a bunch of consultant stuff. It has a bunch of brochures and catalogs and things, because this is a starter kit for people who want to be a consultant. It is a very cool sample pack, though. You just have to put up with paying a little bit extra. There's no way to take the menus out of the kit. This is all one inclusive kit. But the stuff that comes in it is very cool, and I will do my best to see if I can put a link down below. Look for consultant PDFs, and on there it'll list all the items that you get for being a consultant to get that kit, because I think that's a good way to try stuff. One of the main reasons is because the items they include in those kits are easily put into a number of recipes that they have, so that you can go to someone's home and make like chicken salad, with the chicken and the celery and making all that kind of stuff. There's a couple baking ones, the macaroons. You get all that stuff in your consultant kit, because that enables you to easily put together some recipes to go to a friend's house and try, so they want to buy it. What else do we have on here? I think that's about it. So that's how most people do it, is they set up parties, and if you end up doing a couple parties and you sign people up on the queue, that's kind of how you make your business. Well, you really have to put a lot of effort into this if you're actually going to make money, and that's the same with anything. I don't expect to get rich off this stuff. It's a product that I'm going to buy anyway, even if I wasn't selling it. But in my research, this is what I found to be the best for the family, best flavor, best product. So that's kind of why I started doing it. What else do we got here? You can do like expos, gun shows, home garden shows, things like that are very popular with this sort of survival food that Freeze Dried offers. But RVs are a great place to do it. If you're interested in becoming a consultant, email me, let me know, and I'll put the link for the PDF down there, and we can get you a kit. You will have to be on the queue. You have to be at least a $50 a month person on the queue. This video is running pretty long, sorry about that. So I will try to do that. There is one other PDF I'm going to include down below for link, and it's non-advertised sales. Like the video I did for the other combo kit, they have sales that aren't going to be advertised anywhere. That won't necessarily be at Costco. They won't necessarily be on their website, that they have advertised, that you can buy just by knowing the item number and having an account with Shelf Reliance. So I'll put that down there, and that kind of gives you a little bit of extra things to look at as far as kits and prices and what's on sale right now, but that you won't find on the normal site. So I'm hoping that answers most of your questions. Most of them were, what do I get and why do I need to sign up, sort of register. A lot of you were interested in the queue, wanted to do it yourself, that had some issues, so let me know if that's something you're interested in, the monthly queue. And how do I get a sample pack? How do I try some of the stuff without buying the $1,000 kit if I don't know I like it yet? And again, I think the best way to do it, there are kits, like I said, the consultant kit, the Costco sample kits, but get registered, go find a few items you want to try. It's going to be the cheapest way to do it. Even the 6-pack I got, that was still $84, and you can get over twice as much product to try in a smaller container for less. I know Oregon Mike and a few people other that have done a few videos out there of them, and are really enjoying them. So let me know your feedback also. If I've had a lot of you have signed up on stuff, you should have been getting your kits and food and trying them. And you don't have to make a video on it. Just send me an email. I'm curious. I want to know if you like it or not. So hope that answers all your questions. And sorry it ran so long, but thanks guys.